started it. Now Subaru, Nissan, and...
All right, here's what I understand. These manufacturers, it's called planned obsolescence. They know how long the vehicles are going to last. They know what they're going to get out of the warranty. And what they do is they give you the max amount of time that you can do things. And they tell you this is optimal for EPA standards, government standards, things like this. And it's a complete lie. So they make the consumer feel empowered when they purchase a new vehicle, thinking they're getting something that's better and more efficient, and they're going to have to maintenance less, and it's a complete lie. It's how they sell themselves to the EPA, the government. They're all in it together. Now, when it comes to proprietary software, what you have is electronic rear brake parking brakes. You don't have just electronic rear brakes. Whenever your vehicle is put in park or you go to set the parking brake, it's an electronic parking brake. It's a little motor that drives a piston, applies it, and then releases it. But any other time the vehicle is functioning like normal, what ends up happening is the brakes work normal. The electronic part is only there during the parking brake situation, or if the vehicle has it built into the software to apply it every time the vehicle is put in park, such as Ford's rear subframe bolt fracturing. The update for the Explorers from 2020 and above was to update the parking brake protocol. So whenever the vehicle was put in park, it would automatically shift the vehicle or apply the electronic parking brake. So whenever you would go back to the vehicle to start it up and shift it back to drive, there wasn't that shudder, and then the rear end end up having to take the stress and the bolts fracture. So, moving forward, proprietary software is a thing that started to really change in 2018 with Chrysler. They put a security gate on their communication plug-in port that you had to clear before you could get into the vehicle to do a lot of the repairs. Eventually, what ended up happening is there was a workaround for that, and on the independent side, you could go on a website called AutoAuth, AUTOAUTH, and you could register an appropriate scan tool or something with them, and you could pay like $50 for the year, and you could put 5 scan tools on your account to clear that security gate to make sure that you were paying for the option to move forward with the programming. $50 a year would get you through. There are other ways around it, but it's not worth it. Just pay the $50. And then there are other manufacturers that started to do the same thing. In 2023, Ford added something called a handshake communication line in the Super Duties and maybe some of the other vehicles called the Tron network. Well, other scan tools and stuff can't handshake with those vehicles with the Tron network because they each have a unique identifier. And if that identifier can't be picked up and transmitted by the Tron to the new scan tool, then the scan tool can't communicate with the vehicle to do certain repairs. There's something called the Right to Repair Act. People have been fighting this for a long time and saying, why are you selling a vehicle and then you're charging us X amount of dollars to get the information to repair those vehicles? It's been an issue for years now, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. These manufacturers don't have to release their data to us. And me, going from the dealer side to the independent side, now working at an independent shop, we go through that. We have to pay monthly subscriptions to have access to certain data and things of this nature because it's not just given to you freely in the public. The repair manuals that we go to, we have to pay for monthly. The management systems for our shop, computers that manage everything, we have to pay for monthly. Subscriptions for, like AutoLogic and different yearly annual programs, updates and stuff for our scan tools. All these manufacturers do something to charge you every year to continue to use these tools to communicate with the customer's vehicle. Yeah, it's a little bit of shady, but that's how it is. Be blessed.